Hey guys, this is Old Ben here, and today I have Doom 2.3 Mutant Guide for you using 0 heals and 40 energy. So this is my team. So firstly, Jubilee, I use her as both striker and skirmisher depending upon the node, and I also have her ready for DD5 legendary. Next up is Bishop, use him as striker only. All T4s are recommended because you need his damage. Beast, those three are the most important T4s, and use him as skirmisher. You want him to flip those defense ups into defense downs in several key points. Iceman, use him as skirmisher to land the slows. If you have very high red star on him, you may consider Raider too. And Kitty, she's only level 80, and use her as skirmisher to land the debuffs. Uh, Her damage and health, those are in any ways not so great, so I didn't see too much point in getting her to level 85, especially with so many teams to build right now. So this is the node 1. So that is the positioning with Bishop and at the far corner and Iceman next to him because you will facing a very strong enemy Bishop ultimate at the starter. So since Gret spawned at the left side, so I started with Beast Special, otherwise start with Beast Basic. So here you can see Iceman died from the splash damage and he revived. So that is why he is adjacent to Bishop and nobody else. Now our next move is to stun the enemy Bishop with our Jubilee. So make sure that you do not tap him too much with other characters because then he gets the passive turn meter and he may go off before the stun and that is bad. So yeah, once he is stunned, I just try to flip the defense up on 5 level, but I failed there. Yeah. The next move that you have to do is stun the enemy Squirrel Girl because her turn 1 is her cleanse. And of course you do not want that. So to do that, I will target her with Iceman Special anytime now, and of course keep killing Greg over and over again. And yeah, here goes Squirrel Garrison. So the next move that I try to do is get the defense up on the enemy Silver Surfer flipped because like if you if he has defense up or you just dispel the defense up instead of flipping it, then he takes like a lot of time to kill and you may end up timing out because of that. So try not to hit the surfer with too many other attacks and make sure that beast gets to hit him. So yeah, right now I noticed beast had an assist up and he assisted and flipped the defense up on enemy surfer. So now he's like good to be targeted. Now here I start targeting surfer already, but actually, I will recommend that you finish up the characters on the right side first and go for Surfer later. Because you see, he has a very long defense down on him because he starts with what, like 3 turn defense, something like that, 2 turns. And I flipped all of that, so that means the defense down is like not going away anytime soon. You can come back to him later. Just target the other characters. And you can also see I got the defense up on the second Silver Surfer flip too, so that is all good. Now, yeah, as I was saying, I was ignoring Moon Dragon over here, and that is not a good thing to do because she just healed everyone up and gave defense up to everyone. So what happens now is that I am currently looking at the timer right now, it's 2 minutes remaining, and I still have a lot of ground to cover. So that happens, just start smashing on it. So I just cycle through the big moves of all the characters one by one because I'm confident that the cooldown will fix itself. But there's so much to do. So you can see the enemy surface with decent count. He was taking very heavy damage from our characters. So that is what you want. If he did not have a defense down, that would have just timed you out over there. Especially with the Moon Dragon with Snake Eye Wait. At this point, you can just kill Hela off because all the dangerous characters are dead. And yeah, now it's a good time to put it on auto basic because all your cooldowns are for the same. And yeah, there it goes. So now time for note. So now it is time for note 2, and you have to play like really fast in this note, otherwise you will time out for sure. The note is very long. So I moved Bishop to the middle so that he takes splash damage more often and he goes off more often and deals more damage. And yeah, Striker on Jubilee 100% recommended for this node. With Skirmisher, you will time out. So to start this node, start with Beast Ultimate so that all of your team gets to take a turn before all of their team. And after that, just focus fire Emma down. Now you can just eat the damage from X Factor characters without too much problem as you have defense up and they have offense down plus slowdown also. So you won't be taking too much damage. So after MI is dead, your next target over here is like Miss Marvel and Shatterstar. So Miss Marvel, as long as she is not taunting, like it's okay, you can keep her alive. But Shatterstar, you want to get him down as soon as possible because the barriers he gives out, they will time out this move. So as soon as he goes down, the better. So I managed to get the and like always keep an eye out on when Jubilee is getting a hit because getting blinds onto everyone means that they don't get to crit and that means they don't get the barrier. Like you don't care about the damage incoming too much. Like problem here is timing out. So yeah, Miss Marvel is taunting. I just get rid of her over here. Thank you. And just go all out on Shatterstar. And the defense down on him, that is super important. So like do not accidentally like remove the defense up which he gets on his opening shot. You have to flip it. And like once he goes down, which I made a very good job of it, taking him down so early. So just keep farming multiple times. So some other things you have to keep track of too is you cannot take Mr. Sinister alone because that will again cause timeout. You cannot let enemy Hulk use his ult without him being blinded because that will delete someone. And if enemy Black Bolt tech takes a turn, then make sure that your bishop is taunting. And yeah, you do not want him to take a turn even then because yeah, you can see your bishop has skirmisher on him and yeah, he may die from that too. So yeah, you can see whenever I notice the moment I noticed Jubilee was getting a turn, I just tapped Hulk and got that big move out of the way. And I also deleted Mr. Sinister before he did his clone. So always keep an eye on the clock too. I have 2 minutes remaining right now, and you know the next wave has a black bolt and a long shot spawning. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind. And another thing you have to keep in mind that the long shot who was in node 1, you have to kill him before this long shot drops. Because if you have two long shots on the field, and then if they do one critical hit, they get on an infinite turn meter grid. Like you will die from that. So don't steal a long shot between these two. So over here, just blind the enemy long shot or just kill him, whatever suits you better. Many times, what happens is that multiple man is dead by this time. So if that happens, then just go for the blind on him and focus down Black Bolt. So right now, of course, multiple man is alive, and under a minute time remaining, I'm starting to get a little bit worried. So to, to stop multiple man from coming out, you can also go for a stun on him. But yeah, it is so late into the node. I'm worried that if I use my stun, it won't be back in time for the next node. And yeah, you need Jubilee's turn one for the next node. So I just focus fire him down, and yeah, I'm almost out of time. Oh god, yeah, just put it on auto visit or whatever. Okay, done with 10 seconds left. Oh god, like this node is not fun. Now time for the boss node, and we won't be doing any of that Omega Red bullshit that people do like me for the 2.2 video. But anyways, my Omega Red, as you can see here, is only 5 red 5 star, and he struggles to apply the ability block on enemy Doom with Striker on him. And like if you change him to Skirmisher, you are kind of two-shotting the node anyways. And like if you are two-shotting the node, then it is better to go for the full Axmen team, because the full Axmen team has lot more like surviving capabilities, and like you won't have characters randomly dying off. It will happen a lot less. If you like take Kitty out and take Omega Red in, then a lot of time it happens that some character just randomly dies, like mostly Bishop, and like it's not fun at all. So the idea here is that you just uh, keep enemy Doctor Doom slowed down. So he doesn't have that on him right now, but I will apply it on him shortly. And while he is slowed, I will try to kill off rest of his support. And some things you need to keep in mind. You need to apply disrupt onto the enemy Thanos at the far side so he does not taunt. You need to make sure that enemy's Jubilee is blinded, because she gets all of her ult is kind of powerful. You do not want her to stun anyone. And you also want to make sure that enemy Kestrel is always blinded. It's blinded for turn one or like some kind of control onto her. She spawns with an offensive, right? So you want to flip it turn one. So yeah, just spam your moves and try to kill off these three characters on the right side. And like whenever in doubt, just stop, think for a moment what you are doing, because you are going for a two shot over here. There is no problem for timing out like on this attack, because this attack will be over the moment Doom ult goes off. So yeah, whenever you are like you want to take some time to like think out who is getting the assist and who is not, just stop, think. So the moment I kill one more character over here, the next wave will drop, and I'm kind of trying to save. I'm kind of trying to stack the debuffs onto someone, and then the idea is that I will spread it onto the next wave. But as you can see, I couldn't get the blind to stick onto anyone, so yeah, that part failed. But yeah, that is the thing you can try. And the moment next wave drops, just try to get slows or offense downs, whatever, onto everyone. And always keep an eye on how much health enemy Doctor Doom has. If you if you drop him below 50%, this attack is over right then and there. And if he takes a turn, of course, next turn is ult right now. so attack will be over. So at this point, you have to try to spread your damage onto all the characters because you know Doctor Doom will heal himself and the least health character. Try to do that. And one of the Falcon has a little bit health down. And yeah, and you see the moment Doctor Doom did his ult, I pressed the pause button, backed out of that node. No point in staying there anymore. And all the characters are at full health. Just go back right in. And keep in mind like what the moves of the enemy characters are. So I know right now that Captain Sam will start with his ult. That is not good. Sharon Carter will start with her ult, which will heal someone. Not good also. Falcons will do their ult, which is just damage really. So that is you can take that without any problem. But yeah. So I got offense down on everyone, which is great to have. Otherwise, yeah, Beast would have died right now without that offense down. So characters got below 50% health. Beast got energy, and Beast will just clean everything. And yeah, try to get the blinds onto Falcons if you want to, sure. So yeah, but you see, I made a mistake over here. I should have blinded the enemy Thanos because he might have attacked Jubilee and got his Ice Striker attack off, which could have killed her. Yeah, I got it. And there was only 20% chance of that. Whatever. So yeah, right now I'm starting to feel a bit comfortable because Sharon is blinded and Captain Sam is almost about to die. Yeah, there goes Captain Sam, and there comes Jubilee with her stun, and yeah, the node is pretty much under our control right now. All the hard work of this node is done. Now just make sure you don't time out on this one, because timing out on your second attack, that's kind of bad. But yeah, we have plenty of time left. Not so much enemies to kill. We will deal with it. Okay, so the next wave just dropped. So a thing I try to do is I try to flip that defense up and disrupt on Timo, but yeah, that did not work out. But anyways, also make sure that enemy Maria health does not take a turn, because if she gets her summons out, then it automatically like takes us like, around 30 seconds of your turn. Yeah, if you are like short on time at that point, then it is very bad. So yeah, I have plenty of time, so I could have prepared that. Okay. But anyways, I would still like to get a stun on her. And also, I have two Thanoses on the field right now. Blind them because they missed like get a random kill on the character and mess your attack up. So I had like lost track of Thanos at this point right now and was like not keeping an eye on them. Yeah, so right now noticed that they did not have blind, and like I went after them straight away. That Thanos is blinded. You can ignore him right now. Then just go after the next one. He is blinded too. You can hit the node on auto right. So you can see different nodes like using the full Axmen team. Like the problems are mostly regarding to timing out rather than your characters dying. Yeah, if you play carefully and use the full team and sit well, you won't be using up your trees too much more. So yeah, those who watched till the end, like thank you for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe. Like thank you.